here with Curtis 50 Cent Jackson and Gerard Butler, respectively an outlaw and a regulator from Den of Thieves. Thank you for taking the time with us to be with us today. Gerard, I wanted to ask you, you've talked about how long this project has taken to come into fruition for various reasons. At any point, did you feel that it might not happen?
Well, it's funny, you're the first person to ask that, because there was a time, I remember when we'd been with it like for 3 years, and the company that it was with were going bankrupt, but they wouldn't let it go. And we had a conversation where my guy said, I think it's time to say goodbye to Thieves. And it would have been so much easier. And at that moment I went, guys, we can't, how can we say no to this movie? We have to stick with it. And we did. And through, I can't even tell you how years is just a figure, but the work that went in and the ups and the downs until finally we took it to another company, and then it starts taking shape, and then they go, hey, 50 Cent wants to do it. You're like, what? 50 really wants to do it. Hey, O'Shea Jackson's in you. What? You know, we got Pablo Schreiber. Suddenly you start developing this great cast. That is the best thing about doing what I do, you know, what we do, is seeing these things come together. And the harder they are to make, the more you appreciate them at the end, you know.
Absolutely. And Curtis, you've said that you had read it. You were familiar, you saw the book, the lookbook, right? And it was, what, 5 years later before it came to fruition?
Because
I'm sorry.
When I was reading it, I was just trying to differentiate from good material and bad material. Because I would look and go, I'd ask my agents to get me whatever they feel like is some of the best material that's out there at the present moment, so I can just read for personally, so I can figure out how to have my finger on the pulse of what's going on. And in the period that I was just reading for recreational purposes, Gerard was already reading it to actually make it. You see what I'm saying? And it was like, that's the difference in same time period, but different roles.
Right, you're just reading it, assessing it, but not much more involved beyond that or knowledgeable about what was
and then I was vocal about it because I ran into Tucker, and I mentioned it, and he was like, hey, like, because Tucker's production partner with Gerard and Mark Canton on this project. And I got a chance to work with them. I got another actual series that I've developed with him on the Stars Network, Vanguard, with him and Christian Gutierrez, the director. So they'll see more from us.
Actually, one of our producers on this movie, Mark Canton, is a producer with you on Power, who's also my producer on 300. And he was the guy that sat me down and said, this is what you got to say to Alan Horn, the head of Warner Brothers, as you sit down and basically tell him why you should be Leonidas. You know, it was crazy, because I had to call him up and go, Alan, can I come in and see you? And then we worked out this speech where I basically was like, this is my destiny. You got to understand, everything I've ever done in my life was to play this character. You know, so it's all full circle. He did this movie. He's working with 50. It's kind of cool.
Which is spectacular, because you see that intimacy, not just the intimacy of the characters of between you guys, but with the audience, the way you're drawn in. You know, I think that sets it apart from other films that have been like that, and all the connections.
Yeah, but it's really surprising. I love that you say that, because it's a lot of testosterone. It's a very exciting movie. It's gritty. It looks so cool. The story's very clever, but it's surprisingly intimate as well, and it just takes you by surprise on how funny it can be, but also on how moving and vulnerable it can be as well.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
All right.